your heels.
Mike Horton, a St. Helens fan, posted this. I'm unavailable to attend the games for the next 8 to 16 weeks. Just wondering if he can have a refund on his season ticket.
My word.
Deary me, Mike. And I bet
there really is not.
I bet you were giving it large to your workmates when you were on that 4 streak, and I bet you were at the bottom cuddling the players and getting your autographs and basking in the sunshine of glory. And now, because it's turned a bit sour, you want a refund, sir? No, you're not having one. You're not having one. If anything, they should charge you double next year. Unbelievable. Right, let's now move to the Casper Tigers. Greg, they played well, Cass. I thought they
did all right, yeah.
They were all right, weren't they? They were all right. I think you can see progression in Cass. Not for Robbie Smith. Oh, no, because Robbie says the players didn't look bothered at all. Did you see a Casper Tigers team on Friday night at the HJ that didn't look bothered at all?
He clearly hasn't watched the same game I've watched.
No,
they were in that. It was a fight for most of that game.
I thought.
Yes. Warrington kind of pulled away and they came back into it. But you know what? To accuse players of not wanting to give their all, that's bang out of order as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, I agree, Joel. It's a shocking look, isn't it? It's a shocking look when your team has played like that to then get that level of criticism.
I've got one question for you. What's wrong with being outplayed?
Yeah. They weren't. That's the. They had a good go.
They lost the game, right?
Yeah.
But Warrington were just that bit better.
Yeah.
What's wrong with that? Fans are just so funny. Unless they're winning week out, no one's showing up. They're not bothered. They can't. As soon as the win comes along, as we saw with that Saints fan, oh, it's fantastic. Oh, let's pay more money. But then as soon as it's coming away, just fair weather supporting that. Shocking.
I have to say, the way that Duffy passed that ball to Ratchford, and of course off he goes into the end zone. Outstanding, absolutely outstanding from Matt Duffy. You know what I mean? Whereas the shotgun is all I would say. Unbelievable that was a forward pass all day long, and I felt for Cass on that. But very pleased for Stephen Ratchford, I have to say. He's 350th appearance for the wire and getting over for a try. Anyway, let's stay with Cass just for a moment because Shane Barker, let's call him Ronnie though, such is the giggle here. This one for you, Joel. He's saying, what's Ian Watson doing?
Flipping heck. Do you want me to tell you?
Oh, dearie me. It's good job you weren't taking a drink then, mate. You'd have choked. Ian Watson. Oh, dear me. Anyway, right. Now let's go to Hull FC. And look, again, for people who are watching for the first time, this is just fun. It's just fun. These 1% of your total, if that, of all of your supporters, we've got to learn to laugh at each other. If you're going to go on social media and talk dribble, we're all over it here at Super League Raw. Now, Hull FC, don't get me wrong, wonderful story this year. They're sitting in 5th position. They went down to Catalan and they did a number. But Tom Cowlan is getting a little bit too giddy because he says Davy Litton, is going to be world class. Steady on, sir. Steady on. Davy's doing well. But does anybody see Davy Litton in the NRL carving it up in any time soon and actually being in contention for the Dally M? Anybody?
Not at this moment in time.
No. Does anybody ever see that happening?
I'm surprised. I'm surprised that name's on there and not somebody else that we know.
Well, there you go. There you go. Well, yeah.
If Lewis Dodds can be ripping it up in the NRL, anybody can.
Right. Here's one for anyway. This is where if you actually listen, really listen hard. I know he's all the way in Hull, but you're about to see here Craig Forth completely explode because now we go to the Wigan Warriors and Scott Askew again. Matty Pete, what a coach, Matty Pete. He's a great coach, Matt Pete, isn't he?
Yeah, without doubt. Yeah,
he's a great coach, but not in Scott's opinion. Because as far as he was concerned at the weekend, rubbish management. Why name a bench if they're not going to be used? And French isn't a fullback, and that says everything. French didn't play, mate. What are you on about, Chief? Not only
he's not wrong.
He didn't play.
He's not wrong. French isn't a fullback. He's not wrong.
Be a fullback, but why would you criticise French being a fullback when he was fielding French didn't even get on the pitch? This one's for you, matey. Right, okay. Oh, this is even better though. Now you can tell that the Wigan Warriors are not liking how good KR are this year. They're not liking it. They're getting a bit hot under the collar. They're getting a bit worried because of the form that KR is in. Rodney Ferguson, rather than play and do it the right way, he wants a bit of help. He wants a bit of help. This is a shocker from Rodney. Here it comes. The refs need to penalise Mikey Lewis. He's getting away with his arrogance. It needs stopping. So we're going to give penalties away for arrogance now. I mean, Martin Afire would have never played. What are you talking about, man? Unbelievable. Can you believe that? That's a shocker from Rodney. Oh, dear me. Oh, tell you. If I was Del Boy Joel, I'd be calling him a plonker. Carry on, mate.
That's why Wellesby's out for 16 weeks.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, absolutely.
Chris Kendall had high shotted him because he was being arrogant.
Unbelievable, mate.
Well,
Unbelievable.
to coin a well-known rugby league phrase, I can't speak.
I can't speak. I'll tell you what else I can't speak. This was sent in by a member of the Lock Pot, which I believe is the Leeds Rhinos podcast. Lachlan Miller's better than Jay Field. Now, don't get me wrong. Lockie Miller's a good player. He's a good player. And there's not an awful lot in it. But steady on. I think it's a bit early to be saying that. Chris Walton. Here's another one. Right? Unbelievable. I don't think he was watching the same game that we were. Leeds Rhinos fan, Chris. Here he comes. I sometimes think we're deliberately trying to lose. How that ended up being squeaky bum time, I'll never know. Well, let me tell you, Chris. It was called Lockie Miller going off, Jake Connor going to fullback. That's what it's called, mate. If you actually watch what happened, that's what happened. That's why it was squeaky bum time, right? Because of that. And then, of course, Wakey, to their credit, didn't go away. Watch the game. Yeah. Stop writing nonsense. Go on, Greg.
I was going to say, and teams are entitled to play and score tries against your team.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Perfectly within the rules of the game.
Absolutely. Couldn't agree with you more. Chris, mate. He's all I would say to you. And then finally, we're going to go back to St. Helens. Oh, this is a peach. This is an absolute peach. Honestly, can you believe what you're about to see? No, you can't. Here we go. Right. Oh. We keep saying Delaney and Stevens are the future props of the game. I think young prop Doro showed us differently. Now, don't get me wrong, Doro played well, but come on. A Saints fan questioning Delaney and Stevens. Delaney has been floating about the top 5 top meter makers down the middle all year. And as for Stevens, how can you judge him when he's not even being played? What are you talking about, Phil? Deary me. Shocking effort, Phil, mate, to you. Unbelievable.
I think that's an absolute ludicrous statement.
Ludicrous, sir. And I've been doing that much head wobbling tonight. I'm getting a headache, so I'm going to go and lie down for 2 minutes.
Give your head a wobble.